Yep, just let some good deep breaths flow. Take a nice inhale for 3 counts. And exhale longer, exhale for 5. Just repeat like that a few rounds. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Trying to keep that same pattern as I connect us briefly to an intention for our class today. To me, yoga has different methods of kind of clearing out our pipes. One of the methods is the breathing. So that's why there's various types of breath work that we play with, or pranayama that we play with in yoga classes. Even just this simple breath like this, you can already start to feel the emotions calm a little bit. Another way is through the stretching. So just imagine as we're taking the various stretches through class today, imagine that if you had a gunk in your pipes, imagine the stretching is like just one more way that you can help taking some of the stuff right out. So that'll be our intention. That'll get us started. Do a quick check just to make sure your height's good. I'll do that again. So, as you're coming inside, start to stretch your arms all the way back behind you. And then begin to ease the shoulders over to the right. Shoulders over to the left. Just a couple of easy rounds to each direction. Let the ribs and the shoulders get that first chance to move, to open. Good. Spine back through the center. Start to hug your right knee into the chest. And then while you're hugging it in, maybe you're doing some nice ankle rolls for that right foot. Getting that tension out of the ankle. And then beginning to straighten this right leg up to sky. Feel that hamstring. Give it some easy breaths. The breath and the movement both working together to unclog the pipes here. Very good. So now right leg hooks over to back left for a hip opener. And all the way to the back edge. Yep, just like that. Slide the shin in. Give that hip a couple of chances to just kind of clear the pipes. To me, that means, especially in this hip opener, what I'm doing is tuning into all those muscles that surround the hip. And I'm trying to just relax around that joint. The more I can get it to relax, the more I imagine I'm unplugging that. All those channels, or the meridians that we talk about in Chinese medicine, we're unplugging all of it. Take one more huge breath. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. And we'll start to free out this right leg. Eventually you'll drop it all the way down. Left knee comes into chest. Give that one a hug. Some nice ankle rolls. Okay, let's move up into the hamstring. Straighten leg up to sky. breathing through those tight muscles that are getting that nice stretch. Good, and we'll start to hook this heel over to the right. Get that hip open. Breathing helps us out. A huge cycle of breath. Let it flow in. Let it flow out. Beautiful. Start to free out the left leg. Eventually get that leg to drop all the way down. Both legs inside the fabric. So then from here, you're sitting up just enough to let the armpits come past the back end of the fabric. Once the armpits are past the back, you're going to clasp your hands underneath your body. And then as you start to release your head, neck, and shoulders all the way backwards, let the weight of your hands also drop back into just a gentle shoulder turn. Slight back bend going on 2. If you wanted to ease the fabric a little further down to the waist, you're welcome to let it continue to slide down. Only if that feels good though. No pressure to go too deep yet. Take 3 more breaths. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Exhale 3. Exhale 5. 1 more. The hands grip up to each side. Slowly let the head come up and in. We're stretching over those 2 straight legs. Hands are trying to grab to the feet. Let the weight of the head push forward to the knees. Either tucking the chin in as much as possible if you can touch forehead to knees, or if you're nowhere close, let the weight of the head be heavy. And that weight dropping down is really helpful in getting the back of the neck to stretch. All the worries of the day just easing right out of our body already. Like that's the stuff that's clogged our pipes. The slow, deep breath and this gentle stretching is just helping us to work it out little by little. If you want to go just a hair deeper for these last couple of breaths, maybe the knees start to straighten out. They usually have the tendency to bend a bit just because the weight of the hips is the heaviest point in the fabric. So start to take your right hand and anchor it onto your left foot or ankle or calf, whatever you can reach. Right hand is on left foot. And then left hand, we're going to take a few rainbow circles. So the left hand traces up to the sky. And then trace that rainbow all the way back behind you. And then reverse the rainbow all the way up to go forward. We're going to take 3 more of those up and back, so that shoulder easing through all the muscles, up and forward. 5 more, up, go back, and forward. This last one, stay all the way pointed backward. It's a nice spinal twist. Let the neck be part of it, let the arm continue to try to pull backwards. Good. And then return this left hand. When it comes forward, hook it on the right foot, ankle, calf, whatever you can reach. And then right hand is now the free one. So right hand circles up to sky and back. Returning. And another 3. 2. And 1. This one stay. Twisting, the neck is looking back with us. The arm is trying to pull a little bit further past where it is, so a little wider behind us. Beautiful. Slowly return back forward. This time kick the feet free off the front. The hands are behind the fabric. Scoop the thumbs in to grab the fabric, just a little wider than where the hips are. That helps to push the fabric down to about where the pant is. So as you lean back, lock the fabric right at that line, and put it back on. Then as we're gonna head out to a nice inversion, wide legs means that we won't fall out, ankles wrap around. And then as you start to release the hands, recognize that you have some options here if you want to get into a shoulder stretch here, such as planting the hands on the ground and then walking the hands as far backwards as you can get them. That will start to invite us right into a shoulder stretch as well as a gentle back approach. That's an option if you want to take it. If at any point you want to play with anything else, such as just dropping this coming down or twisting, anything like that, you'll have a little bit of time here. I'm going to be right back just locking up our front door, so just keep on relaxing as long as it's still closed. This little reminder in most of my classes, but don't feel like it's a competition being upside down. You're not trying to stay as long as anybody else. You're only listening to your body. So some people will naturally come up sooner than others. That's perfectly fine. Good, you got it. Floating child when you're up, no question. Especially if this is what's getting your spine perfect right now. No pressure, no rush. You're welcome to just hang. The rest of us, if we're feeling okay to sit, let's start to take a nice little twist. So for the twist, we're bunching up fabric to front door. And the arm that's closer to the back painted wall starts to open that direction. Other one. There you go. And you have the option to circle that hand around the back side of head if that feels better for you. So you'll switch your hand out. There you go. Maybe give the neck a chance to be part of this as well. You can kind of be moved when if that feels better, just kind of really exaggerated no shaking. Just slowly use all the way to one shoulder, all the way to the other. Good. And let's start to release. We're taking the twist together half, grip to back door. The shoulder that's closer to the back painted wall, that's the arm that opens or circles around the back side of it. Maybe the neck is doing that same thing, just slowly looking over to the right and over to the left. Trying to clear the pipes even up to the neck, the very kind of top end of the pipes. Good, and as we start to release, we're taking the hands back behind us, clasping hands together. Shift the hands over to the right hip or the right waist, and then bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. Feel that nice stretch through the neck of the left side. Breathe, help to clear those pipes. Slowly the head eases up. Hands over to left hip or left waist, left ear to left shoulder. Good inhale. The exhale. Start to release. Good. So let's head up and out. We're bunching up the fabric. We can lean back a little bit, lifting the legs up, but then just tilt all the way forward and out that way. Beautiful. Take the fabric under shoulder blades, and then walk back to take all the slack out. From here, we're trying to get the feet under the plumb line. So it's about halfway up the mat, nice wide feet. Placement is pretty good. So you can kind of tell there's like a shadow line that goes all the way across the room. That's about the right spot. So feet about that middle of that point. And what we're going to do is I'll show one example. We're taking a huge hula hoop all the way around. So we're going to go to the front door side first. We're going to take 5 circles all together. So when you're ready, 5 and around. 4, 3. Feel the feet getting a massage going all the way around. 2, 1. Pause at the back. Good. We're going to reverse. So going to back door and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Beautiful. Walk the feet forward. Once you're there, it's more like a chair position. Release the muscular effort of the core so the spine gets another chance to just drop down. You let the neck be a little bit tilted back, nice and loose. Sometimes there's like this little shrug that we can do with the shoulders that creates a pillow for the head. If you don't feel that, don't worry about it. But if it's there, just rest back for a moment. Beautiful. Lifting the chin back up, hands slide up, and then the feet start to go just a little bit wider than the mat. We're falling our shoulders forward so that we can slowly lower glutes to ground. Good. Once the glutes are down, slide the hands forward to clasp, and then just lean into the forwards. And keep the second toe pointed up to sky. The slightest bit of engagement. Now you're going to start leaning over to your left side. Your right foot is going to tuck back to the side. And once you're there, re-grip onto left and right sides and start to lean your way back. As long as it feels comfortable for the quad, you're welcome to just continue to relax. Nice and deep back. If it's ever intense for the quad, only come partway through. If you really don't feel quad at all, scoop your tailbone under like an ice cream scoop. That little scoop will get you right into the quad. Good. Arm strength to gently pull us up. Free up the right leg, but then tuck that right foot into the left thigh. The fingers are nice and loose again to each side, just kind of clasping together, lean forward gently over left straight leg. Good. Rising up, switch it out, right leg straight, left foot tucks back. Right back onto left and right side. If your fingers are getting tired, do an extra loop around and then lean back, but just note that that will not let you lean quite as far back, so your choice. With the weight of the back relaxing backwards, kind of allow the shoulders to be pulled forward into the stretch. Good, and then gentle arm strength to lift us back up. Like fingers clasped together again. Lean forward over right leg. And as we gently start to rise, release the fabric for a moment. Both legs come out wide. Let's just walk the hands on the floor. A couple of breaths nice and deep forward. And second toe trying to stay pointed up. Depending on where our tight muscles are, we'll naturally have a tendency either to rotate in or rotate back. Try to align it. That nice rush of blood back into the hands. That's oxygen-rich blood returning. Maybe the low back can lengthen just a bit straighter. Use that length to walk the hands just a bit deeper. And try to find a new release all the way down. Okay, so hands walk back in. Both of the legs swing around for kneeling. From kneeling, just take a grip about wide as the shoulders or so. From that grip, we're going to slowly lower ourselves back. From there, the hips lift so the back bend shape. The arm shape pulls us up through a camel. Good. Arms straight out in front of us. Bend at the waist, puppy pose, the belly drips down. Then slowly return back to where we started. So like a child. Then continue to roll until we're tilted all the way back. Good. So let's do 4 more of those. Hips lift. Camel. Bend at the waist, puppy. Belly drips down. Child. Rounding all the way back. Another 3. Camel. Puppy. Child. 2. Last one. And then the child pose for a moment. Good. Rolling up. We're going to try to grip high. Lift ourselves up so you're kind of using the leg strength to bring you up to a little pull-up position, and then plant the feet. Okay. Or just come up, that's fine too. Okay, we're creating a belt in front of our hips. So make sure it's all the way down into the bones. Walk forward to take a little bit of the slack out. And then as you start to bend forward, drop hands down. 3 good steps back into downward facing dog. Always know you can stay here, even lifting the hips up above where the fabric is. That's fine if the pressure is a little bit too intense right here. If we're doing okay and you'd like to try for standing split, let your right leg kick out wide, almost like dog at a fire hydrant. That reminds us to catch the toes on the outer part of the leg. So do a little toe wrap. Sometimes people have to lift the other foot briefly to make that hook. So just the right foot hooks. Once you have it hooked, see if you can slide the foot up the fabric. Almost.
Yeah, my other leg
there you go.
Not.
It doesn't have to go high. It doesn't have to go high. It's just whatever your body's working at, Katie. See if instead of sliding the foot up, you try to just return the left foot to the ground. Yeah, that'll get you there. Beautiful, beautiful. Give this side 2 more breaths. Try to go to that inhale 3. Exhale 5. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Good. Slide the heel back close to glute and then soft release. Good. We'll start to switch. So left leg kicks wide first to catch the outer part of fabric. Okay, so the right foot returns down first. That's the first step. If you can't take that, then no worry about sliding up. So you caught inner fabric. Outward. Yeah, there you go. Maybe the leg straightens upward. One more breath. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Just toes slide close to glute and then soft release back to floor, downward facing dog. Put the right hand in front of the face. Left hand twist up. You can grab either strand of fabric. The further strand makes the twist a little deeper, but it could be a little bit too much, so no pressure. Think of the vertebrae trying to straighten out as you try to twist and gaze up. Good. And release left hand into the floor in front of face, right hand twist up. Grab whatever you can grip. And then rather than having like a sacrificial rounded spine, try to lengthen forward and then rotate, baby gaze up. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, soft release. The feet walk forward until they're flat on the floor. Weight of the legs, softly to the knees. Roll the head up. Take your time. Once you're up, let's bring the fabric back behind us and just lean back for a time. Nice recovery. Good. I personally like to walk the feet wide again. Take the hands behind the head. And we can bend the right knee, lean to the right. The left knee, lean to the left. Just back and forth at the speed that's good. Start to walk yourself back up to standing. The right leg crosses, the right arm crosses on the left. And the left arm crosses on the right. Got right there first. And then we're standing up on our own, starting to lean forward. It's not enough for the fabric to slip past the shoulder blades. It's just enough to kind of start widening. Right arm to the left arm to the right. Get that nice shoulder stretch. Maybe even tuck the chin a little bit so that you can rest down without choking yourself. Good. So you lean backwards again, circle the arms up and out to free themselves. Good. Inhale up. Start to cross left first and right. Stand up on your own again. Bend the waist. yourself into that gentle arm stretch. Good. Back. Free up the arms. Oh, do a little shrug. Up, back, and down. Good. Fabric is completely free. It's out in front of us. So let's find this end of the fabric that's closest to us and wave on the fabric. So now as we step back up to plumb line, we're taking our right leg inside the fabric. Beautiful. You can tell just by looking up if you're under that plumb line in a good spot or not. If you're way too far back, you can see the whole triangle is tilted toward you, versus when you're right underneath, it's like equal. Both left and right sides are spread with that pyramid shape. So once you're there, dive both arms inside and then bend the elbows, push the elbows out wide. You'll notice that that brings us into a nice forward fold, and it also lifts the leg a little bit. So try to just relax into that. Same as before, if you're at the point where your body needs you to go a little deeper, you don't feel much sensation, try to straighten through the knee joint. Option to roll the head left and right if you need an extra moment for the neck right there. Good, we're gonna start rising up. So leave the left hand inside the fabric. The right hand is going to take a twist. So circle it up to the sky. Take that rainbow all the way back behind you. You'll notice this is nice on the spine, nice on the shoulder. But if that left arm is active, pushing the fabric more leftward, then you'll get into the IT band of the right leg as well. Beautiful. So arm returns, grip up high left and right, and see about relaxing into more of a splits action forward. Nice amount of support that you can just relax your weight into. Beautiful. Weight back over standing leg. So now both hands are going to grip on the left side. Keep the right hand as high as you can reach. The left hand comes down to the heart area. And then we're turning our standing toes to the left. Good. So facing to the side. Start to bend at the waist, leaning forward. Some people might stop halfway down and keep the grip on the fabric. Some people might release left hand to floor. Some people might also release right hand to floor. Walking the hands as far to mirror is so take your weight back over standing leg. If you release fabric at all, grip back on. The knee, the standing knee is like a spring. Bend it for a moment and then use that spring to help the rest of the torso pop up. Face forward, one hand on each side. Cover the fabric up to this right feet. Okay, so bend that right knee. The ankle swivels in. Both arms dive forward of the fabric. Past the end. Good. So, toe stretch, the toe slide back. And then with the ball of the foot still kind of in contact with the floor, rock forward just a bit. You'll start to feel the fascia on the bottom of the feet stretching. So you're still trying to keep the ball of the foot in contact with the floor. It's that front part of it. Good. Stretch the toes as well. Quad stretch if you'd like. The left hand, I kind of scoop up at the knee and then slide up to the ankle. Sometimes people can get the right hand around as well, but the fabric can be kind of tight, so no pressure. You don't pull the quad stretch, pull the knee backwards another inch or so. Good. And last option, lotus. Take the foot in front of us, that left foot. You could hold it low if that's where the knees are the happiest. You could take it all the way up to a stacked position. If the friction will let it stay, great. If you need to just hold it the whole time, that's fine. If you were able to release some consent with the heart, fun. If it helps your bottom ankle, you can keep that foot a little flexed. That way you're not creating a sickle action. Let's return just a couple more breaths. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. Same thing, a few rounds. Imagine all the things we might have clogged our pipes with this week. Just giving them a chance to start to ease out. It's almost like instead of banging the pipes like we do when we stretch, it's almost like the breath is sending some water through the pipes. Deep inhale, but really long, relaxed exhale. Good. We're going to drop that left foot to the floor, swing it back behind you. This leaning forward is pigeon, so you can go deeper by sliding the fabric back to knee and then lowering the pelvis a little bit further. Okay, so that foot on the floor, hump it right underneath you. Slowly rise up, gripping the fabric as soon as you can. And then softly take the right leg out. Just a moment in between the two sides to grab onto the fabric. Lean halfway forward. Continue to try to let the belly drop down. Point the sitting bones further back, getting us right into both hamstrings together. Head is relaxed. Let's sway just a little bit to the right, just a little bit to the left. Good. Pausing back at the center, deep into the knees, roll the head up. Beautiful. And we're waving the fabric back out. Once it's free, left leg inside. Also, something a little closer to the plumb line than you think. Just notice how that spot, you don't have to resist against the fabric. It kind of just floats the leg. So then both arms inside, elbows are bent, pushing outward. Notice how that lifts the leg up a little bit. And torso comes upright, leave the right arm inside. Left arm starts to circle its way up and back. In the twist. Maybe that right arm is active, trying to invite that left leg a little further to the right. Beautiful. As you start to return, grip high on each side. Almost like with a split the weight sink forward. Beautiful. Weight comes back. Gripping both hands on this right side. Got the left hand high, the right hand at the heart. From the standing toes to the right. Start to bend at the waist. Maybe you pause halfway down. Maybe you continue to lower, dropping right hand to floor, both hands to floor, or even walking closer to your earth. It's all up to you how deep you take it. Start to walk yourself back under weight over the standing leg, both hands grip up the fabric. Maybe a little spring to help us up. Face forward, one on each side. And then cover up to your glute as you bend to the left. Shoulders are both through the center, past the front of the fabric. And let's go into the toe stretch. The foot slides back and then rock forward on the ball of that foot. Okay. Quad stretch, right hand scoops up to the ankle. If you need to pull the knee backwards at all, go right ahead. Maybe you're already flexing, adding that flexion through left ankle. Lotus if you'd like. Right leg in front or crossing. Kind of just relax all those muscles around the area. No pressure if the friction doesn't want to keep this ankle up today. More cycles. Inhale 3. Exhale 5. 3. Exhale 5. Release down as if a pigeon. Option to slide the fabric back to knee if you'd like. Inhale, let's exhale. The right foot hops under your body weight. Slowly free yourself out, keeping balance the whole time. The leg comes out. We're going to lower to kneeling for a moment. So again, it's like the opposite as before, if possible. Just slowly lower. Good. Once we're here, come all the way down to a seated position for a moment. Back to child pose. Relax the head forward. Letting the right hand into the center of the loop. The left hand drops to the floor. We're going to relax into that right shoulder. Maybe even start to invite the right arm to cross just a little bit more toward that top left corner of the mat. Turn the spine back forward. This right arm is slowly going to wind its way as far back as we can reach behind us, kind of towards the sacral area. And return one more time back up to that leaning position, kind of like the banana shape with our spine just a moment ago. Good. Back to child pose. Left hand slides in. The left hand takes the center, the right hand drops down to the floor. And this left arm starts to do the banana action over to the top right corner. Bring up through the center for a moment. Slowly swing that left arm back behind us towards the sacral area. Feel the rotation through all those muscles of the shoulder. Return back up. And one more time, banana. Lean over with the ribs. Beautiful. Spine forward, both hands in. Spine rises up. One more time rising up. So maybe we grip up high, use the leg strength to take us up to the arms and plant the feet. Good. Coming in front of the fabric, wave it out. Once it's waved out, we're gonna slide both elbows inside the mat. So from here, walk forward toward top of mat. You'll start to feel the elbows getting pulled wide. So I'll give you a couple of different options. Sometimes just kind of bowing the belly forward a little bit here feels amazing and maybe a little intense on the shoulder blades, the pec area. But if you'd like to take a lunge, that can also feel nice. So you'll step the right foot forward a little and the left foot all the way back to lunge. Take 2 or 3 more breaths, the front of the shoulders, the pecs, all that goodness, stretching. Beautiful. And we'll come back up through the center. So standing, slide the elbows into the waist for a moment and just give the neck a roll. Rock the ear to one shoulder, or to the other side. Good, and rise up. One more time, the elbows slide back up to that 90-degree angle. Either bow forward again or just take the second lunge. Left foot forward, right foot. Try to get your body in the position that helps the shoulders open. So for me, that's kind of straightening my chest up, maybe even lifting my chin up. Good inhale, exhale, feet come back together. Again, elbows into waist and just roll the head once to each side. Left, right. Good. As head comes back up, you're going to flip your grip. So before, it was almost like the thumbs could be on the outside. Now you're going to keep the thumbs on the inside and the fingers come to the outside. Sucking those thumbs. And from here, take a little bit more than we normally do. So if you normally take 5 grips, take about 7. So this will send us a little further back, preparing for one last pose, our vampire pose. So, and if, by the way, if you want to skip a last inversion, just go to Shavasana and that's perfectly fine. So if you're going to vampire, go ahead and head on in, we're sitting. And then laying back with the head all the way past the back end. Because we gripped the way that we did, we shouldn't have to do too much of that shifting the fabric down. But if you do have a little bit excess in your neck, that will be interesting. The vampire pose is 2 hands gripping up high, feet hiking up, pressing from the inside, press outward. That press is what needs to lift up. Good. Again, this is our last pose of the day. So those that love vampire, you're welcome to stay for as much of this time as you'd like, maybe 3-4 minutes or so, and then take your Shavasana. Those that just want to be in Shavasana, just pop the head in and relax back. That's perfectly fine. Any that are swinging more than you want to be swinging, I can stop you, so just let me know.
Good to see if I want.
That's fine. Just let me know if you need help.
I'm swinging a little more.
When you're in your Shavasana, take a couple of rounds of inhale 3, exhale 5. No rush if you're not quite there. Just use that breath to help wind down your system. Clean up the pipes. Each breath being almost like a cleansing flow of water. Begin to deepen the inhales. The exhales. Introduce little movements back to fingers and toes. Ankles and wrists. Stretching it out in ways that feel really good. Perhaps taking a nice fetal position over to one side, one hip stepping on top of the other hip, and then letting the spine curl in like a tight ball, arch all the way back. Usually I'll take 2 or 3 of these to one side, then I'll switch to help balance out the spine. Eventually coming up to a comfortable seated place. Get the hands joined together in front of the heart. We reconnect with our intention one more time. That beautiful idea of cleaning out our pipes through various means, the yoga poses, like helping to work on the outside of the pipes, and then the breath to help send that wave through the inside of the pipe. And in this way, our spine feels good, our meridians feel good, our channels feel good, our overall health and vitality continue to improve. So with these ideas to help send us forward into this marvelous rest of our week, let's wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. Be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.